Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Thursday, October 24th, 2024. Today I'm going to recap the NBA and NHL from yesterday. Look ahead to tonight's games in each sport, college football as well. Thursday night football tonight between the Vikings and the Rams. That's going to be a really good game. We have soccer. I'm going to reveal my World Series pick today on the show because Game 1 is tomorrow. We'll look at the Zozo leaderboard. We'll do news and notes and best bet. We'll start the NBA. Big slate yesterday. We'll go over everything and look ahead to everything for tonight. Pacers over the Pistons, 115-109. Hawks over the Nets, 120-116. Magic over the Heat, 116-97. Bucks over the Sixers, 124-109. None of the Sixers stars played other than Maxey. Cavs over the Raptors, 136-106. Best bet easily won. Hornets over the Rockets, 110-105. Pelicans over the Bulls, 123-111. Grizzlies over the Jazz, 126-124. Suns over the Clippers, 116-113 in overtime. Warriors over the Blazers, 139-104. All right, now tonight's games, we have 4 of them. 7 o'clock, you have the Celtics and the Wizards. For this game, my line is Celtics by a whopping 17.5, 12-235 in the 10th. Celtics obviously coming off the 29 3-pointers game against the Knicks. They're a 13.5-point favorite, total 232. I'm going to lay the 13.5 with the Celtics. I don't see how this game's close. 7:30 TNT Spurs Mavericks. So Victor Wembanyama against Luka. My line's the Mavs by 16, total 229.5, and it's 8 and 229.5. I'm going to lay the 8 with the Mavs. That's easy money. I don't think this game's close. No offense to Wemby. TNT, 10 o'clock, Thunder Nuggets. My line is the Thunder by 1, total 225 and 9 times. Are the Nuggets really a home underdog? No, they're not. I wouldn't think they would be. 1.5, total 227. So the move here is going to take the Thunder plus the points at plus 108. They're the better team. And then T-Wolves Kings. My line is the T-Wolves by a half, so 223.25, and it's 1 and 220.5. It's the same line as that Laker game, which is ridiculous. Because I think the Kings are better than the Lakers. I'm going to go with the over in this game. That's a low number for a Sacramento game. All right, now move on to the NHL. Tonight's a busy hockey night. We'll go over yesterday's. I believe there was only one game yesterday. And then we'll look ahead to tonight. One game. Capitals over the Flyers, 6-3. That was the TNT game. All right, tonight. Nice window. A big 7 o'clock game. Conference Finals rematch. Panthers, Rangers from MSG. The Panthers have played 8 games. The Rangers have played 6. And the Rangers have yet to lose in regulation. The Rangers are minus 152. The Panthers are plus 126. Over under 5.5. Overs minus 122. Unders even money. Panthers plus 1.5 is minus 205. Rangers minus 1.5 is plus 168. I'm going to go with the under because this is a Shesterkin Bravovsky pick. Don't have the balls that picked against the Rangers at home. Just can't do it, so I'm going to go with the under. Maybe it's a 3-2 Ranger win. Stars Bruins. Stars minus 120. Bruins even money over under 5.5. Overs minus 114. Unders minus 106. Stars minus 1.5 plus 205. Bruins plus 1.5 minus 255. Under. Blues Maple Leafs. Leafs minus 230. Blues plus 188. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 108. Unders minus 132. Blues plus 1.5 is minus 134. Leafs minus 1.5 plus 112. Over plus money. Devils Red Wings. Devils minus 156. Red Wings plus 126. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Devils minus 1.5 plus 160. Red Wings plus 1.5 is minus 194. I'm going to go with the New Jersey Devils in regulation at even money. Wild Lightning. Lightning minus 146. Wild plus 122. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 106. Unders minus 130. Wild plus 1.5 is minus 5. Lightning minus 1.5 is plus 168. I'm going to go with the underdog outright here. I'm going to go with the Minnesota Wild plus 122. They've yet to lose in regulation. 9 o'clock, Canes Flames. Canes minus 170, Flames plus 140, over under 5.5, overs minus 140, unders plus 114. Canes minus 1.5 plus 150, Flames plus 1.5 is minus 182. I'm going to go with an all over 6.5 plus 114. Avalanche, Utah. Avalanche minus 134, Utah plus 112, over under 6.5, overs minus 118, unders minus 104. Avs minus 1.5 plus 180, Utah plus 1.5 is minus 220. I almost said hockey club. Why not go Utah? I'm going to take them outright, plus 112. I know the safer pick's the over, but I'm going to go with Utah outright. 10 o'clock, Jets, Kraken. Jets minus 132, Kraken plus 110, over under 5.5, overs minus 122, unders even money. Jets minus 1.5 plus 190, Kraken plus 1.5 minus 235. Again, I'm going to go with the home underdog. I'm going to take the Kraken plus 110 to get the win and hand the Jets their first loss. 10:30, Sharks, Kings. Kings minus 315, Sharks plus 250, over under 5.5, overs minus 130, unders plus 106. Sharks plus 1.5 is even money. Kings minus 1.5 is minus 120. I'm going to go with the Sharks on the puck line. Plus 1.5 and even money. Maybe they get a point, or maybe they lose by 1 goal. But I think this game's close. It's a division rivalry. All right, now move on to college football. We have a couple of games to go over from yesterday, 2 Conference USA games. One of them was a shocker. And then we will look ahead to tonight's games. We have a couple. I believe it's more than more than 2. Oh, it is only 2 tonight. What was I thinking? So the big upset, Kennesaw State over Liberty, 27-24. Liberty was a 27.5 point favorite, and they only scored 24. Good for Kennesaw State. Their first win in FBS. They're 1-6. Liberty is 5-1. And then Jacksonville State over Middle Tennessee, 42-20. That was a blowout. Jacksonville State 4-3. Middle Tennessee is 2-6. 2 games tonight, 7 o'clock, ESPN 2, Georgia Southern, Old Dominion. So we have some Sunbelt action. Mount Southern by 10, total 53 and 9/20. And it is Old Dominion 1.5, total 53.5. The disrespect for Georgia Southern is unfathomable. I'm taking Georgia Southern plus 1.5 and even money outright. And it's 7:30 on ESPN, Syracuse, the number 19, Pittsburgh. I have Pitt by 4, total 61 and 2 fits, and it's 5.5 and 61.5. Very close. I won't bet it, but slight lean to Syracuse if I had to pick a direction. Maybe Pitt finally loses a game, for crying out loud. It's the second non-Saturday night game for Syracuse. They had a Friday night game where they upset UNLV a few weeks ago, and now they have this Pitt game. All right, Thursday night football. Tonight, 8:15, Amazon Prime. All of a sudden, a really good game because of the return of Cooper Kupp and maybe even the return of Puka Nacua. Vikings-Rams. I cannot wait for this one. Mine is Vikings by 4, total 45.25. I did not account for the absence of its 2 receivers because it looks like they're coming back. Or the possible absences. And it's Vikings 2.5, total 48.5. I like the under. I know those guys are coming back, but the Vikings defense is actually pretty good. The Vikings defense just had a bad week last week because of their opponent. And their opponent from last week, the Lions, does that to every defense, whether it's good or bad. So I like the under a lot in this game. I mean, if it is a 24-20 final, that's a winner. If that is a 27-20, 26-20, even 27-21, 23-20, any of those kind of final scores, it's a done under. I like the under in this game a lot. At gunpoint, I don't know who wins. Probably Minnesota, but I don't feel good about it. So for the pick for the podcast, under 48.5, minus 115. Okay, now move on to soccer. We had Champions League and MLS. I think we have a Europa League today. I know Liga MX went last night as well. Cruz Azul over Juarez 4-0. Monterrey Unam 0-0 draw. Leon Atlas 0-0 draw. Tijuana America 2-2 draw. Champions League. Atalanta Celtic 0-0 draw. Brest Leverkusen 1-1 draw. Liverpool over RP Leipzig 1-0. Inter Milan over Young Boys 1-0. Barcelona over Bayern 4-1. Lille over Atletico 3-1. Man City over Sparta 5-0. Feyenoord over Benfica 3-1. Dynamo Zagreb over RP Salzburg 2-0. No Champions League again until Election Day. MLS playoffs. Vancouver over Portland 5-0. That was a surprising result because Portland was a road favorite. Even I gave out Portland. Everybody loved Portland. But Vancouver, that was a big result for the Bucks. Yes, I was right. You have Europa League today and Conference League. So, today at 12:45, you have Ferencváros and Nice. Nice is a plus 145 favorite. Ferencváros is plus 185. The draw is plus 220. So this is a tough one. I'm going to Ferencváros at home, plus 185. AS Romo and Dynamo Kyiv. Roma minus 195. Dynamo is 5-1. The draw is plus 320. Under 2.5 goals, plus 110. FK Karabag and Ajax. Ajax plus 105. Karabag plus 220. Draw plus 260. I'm going to go with Ajax at plus 105. Paok and Victoria Plzen. Paok minus 110. Plzen plus 290. Draw plus 250. I'm going to go with Paok. I don't feel good about it. Minus 110. Maccabi Tel Aviv and Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad minus 40. Maccabi plus 390. Draw plus 250. I'm going to go under 2.5 goals at even money. Midtjylland and Union SG. Midtjylland plus 125. Union SG plus 210. Draw plus 230. I'm going to go with Midtjylland at plus 125. Frankfurt Rigas. Frankfurt minus 750. Rigas 14-1. The draw is plus 750. Frankfurt's a lock. Over 3.5 goals plus 116. 3 o'clock. FC Porto and Hoffenheim. Porto minus 60. Hoffenheim 6-1. The draw is plus 380. Over 3.5 goals plus 112. Anderlecht and Ludogorets. Anderlecht minus 145. Ludogorets 4-1. The draw is plus 260. Over 2.5 goals minus 110. Malmo and Olympiacos. Olympiacos plus 140, Malmo plus 180, draw plus 230. I'm going to go with the draw here at plus 230. FC20 and Lazio. FC20 plus 140, Lazio plus 190, draw plus 220. I'm going with Lazio upset plus 190. Lyon and Besiktas. Lyon minus 230. Besiktas is 5-1. The draw is plus 380. Lyon's going to win that game. I'm going under 2.5 goals. Or 3.5 goals at minus 118. Rangers and FCSB. Rangers minus 10. FCSB is 5-1. The draw is plus 340. I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals at plus 126. Tottenham and AZ Alkmaar. Tottenham minus 340, AZ Alkmaar plus 750, draw plus 450. I'm going over 3.5 goals at plus 122. Fenerbahce and Man United. Man United plus 130, Fenerbahce plus 190, draw plus 240. I have to go with Man United at plus 130. And Athletic and Slavia Prague. Athletic minus 115, Slavia plus 320, draw plus 240. I have to go with Athletic here at minus 115. And then we have Conference League today. League phase. 10:30 this morning. Vikinger and Circle Brugge. I'm just going to pull up the Conference League real quick. Circle, -110. Viking here, +280. Drop, +260. I'm going to go with Circle at -110. 12:45. Apol and Banja Luka. Apol -160. Banja Luka +490. Drop, +470. I'm going to go with over 2.5 goals, +104. Larnay Shamrock. Shamrock +115. Larnay +290. Drop, +190. I'm going to Shamrock +115. St. Gallen, Fiorentina. Fiorentina -170. St. Gallen +440. Drop, +310. I'm going to go with over 3.5 goals, +146. Rapid Vienna and FC Noah. Vienna -320. Noah +750. Drop, +430. Over 3.5 goals, +140. Panathinaikos, Chelsea. Chelsea -70. Panathinaikos +430. Drop, +310. Chelsea's got to win this. Over 3.5 goals, +132. KAA Gent, Molde. Gent -105. Molde +270. Drop, +260. I'm going to go with the draw, +260. Jagiellonia and Petrocub. Jagiellonia -280. Petrocub 7 on the draws, +380. We'll go with under 2.5 goals at +131. Next up is Hearts and against Amania Nicosia. Hearts +155. Amania +170. Drop, +230. I'm going to go with Hearts +155. They're the better team. Desjardins and Guimarães. Desjardins +250. Guimarães +115. Drop, +220. I'm going to go with Guimarães as a road favorite, +115. NK Celje and Istanbul BB. How come I can't find that one? Oh, there it is. Celje +230. Istanbul +120. Drop, +230. Istanbul +120. Paphos and Heidenheim, 3 o'clock. Paphos +190, Heidenheim +145, drop, +220, going Heidenheim here, +145. Next up is FKTSC and Legia Warsaw. Warsaw -110, FK +270, and so is the draw. I'm going Legia Warsaw -110. Betis and Kobanon. Betis -3, Kobanon +380, draw, +240. Betis is the better club. I'm going to go with over 2.5 goals at -103. Limpija and Lask Linz. Limpija +145. Lask is 2-1. The draw is +210. I'm going with Limpija +145. Next up is Mlada, Bolsaw, and Lugano. Bolsaw +240. Lugano +110. Draw +230. I'm going to go with Lugano at +110. The New Saints and FC Astana. New Saints +170. Astana +155. Draw +230. I'm going to go with Astana +155. And last but not least, HJK Helsinki and Dynamo Minsk. So this one's not posted. But if anything, I'm going to go with HJK Helsinki at whatever that price is. And I'm just going to double check on the soccer side if there's anything I need to go. Yep. All right, my World Series pick. So we have the Dodgers and the Yankees. It all starts tomorrow night, 8 o'clock on Fox from Dodger Stadium. On the calls of the game will be Joe Davis, John Smoltz, with Tom Verducci and Ken Rosenthal as the sidelines. So, best player in the series, Shohei Ohtani. I'm saying this right now because Aaron Judge has been struggling in the playoffs. But Shohei Ohtani really hasn't been amazing. In the playoffs either. He was good in the Mets series, but overall 286, 3 homers, 10 RBI. That's better than what Aaron Judge has done. But he was bad in the Padres series. He was awesome against the Mets. But I'm going to say he's the best guy in the series because he's playing better than Aaron Judge right now. But a regular season standpoint, I'd give the slight edge to Judge. But for the playoffs and overall right now, Shohei Ohtani. So, managerial edge. Only because he has a ring. Dave Roberts. Although this, in theory, is a wash. But, I'm going to say Dave Roberts solely because of 2020. But some may say they won in 2020 in spite of him. Although Dave Roberts is not my favorite manager. To me, he's just like Aaron Boone. He's literally the National League's version of Aaron Boone because he listens to his front office. But the only reason why I say give the slightest of edges to Roberts is because of 2020. Best pitcher in the series. Garrett Cole. Although Yoshi Yamamoto has been excellent in the postseason. And Cole wasn't great in 2 of those starts in the playoffs, but I still would rather have him than Yamamoto. Oh, by the way, Yamamoto in the playoffs, 5.11 ERA. He's been low-key bad in the playoffs. He was bad against the Padres, and he was mediocre against the Mets. So, Yamamoto hasn't been a world beater in the playoffs. So, Garrett Cole easily, for me, gets the edge, and that he was awesome in that Royals game where they advanced. And I think the long layoff might actually help Garrett Cole a little bit. So, best reliever, Luke Weaver. Luke Weaver's been outstanding in these playoffs. He had 2 bad games, or 2 bad hiccups. One of them cost them Game 3, or else they probably sweep the Guardians. But it looks like he recovered from that little slide as he was awesome in the closeout game against the Guardians. So for my pick for best reliever would be Luke Weaver. Although Michael Kopech has been outstanding for the Dodgers. Well, he was better against the Padres than against the Mets. We did give up 1 hit against the Mets, but I still trust Kopech out of that bullpen for the Dodgers. Storyline of the series. I think it's an overplayed storyline, but it's the old school matchup. The 2 most storied franchises, arguably in the whole sport. There's other storylines. This is an unfortunate one, but Fernando Venezuela died recently, or Valenzuela. And obviously he pitched in the World Series before. And the Dodgers are going to honor him on tomorrow. So yeah, he pitched in 81 against the Yankees. Then he pitched in the World Series against the Yankees. I thought he pitched against the Mets, but I guess he didn't. But yeah, very sad. They're going to honor him tomorrow night in the World Series opener. And can the Yankees finally break their little drought? 15 years too long, as Yankee fans would say. Will Aaron Judge finally have a moment to remember in the postseason? Will Giancarlo Stanton continue his hot hitting? Yeah, there's so many storylines of the series. Ohtani, Mookie Betts has always owned the Yankees. Is Freddie Freeman 100%? But yeah, there's so many storylines. I don't think Ohtani's going to pitch. So, the pick. I put a lot of thought into it. To me, it comes down to the bullpens. I just don't trust the Dodgers bullpen. I trust the Yankee bullpen more. I think the long layoff from the Guardian series to this series is going to help them. And the Dodgers obviously have some pitching injuries. Jack Flaherty, how will he pitch? Obviously, Walker Buehler. Their starters are better than their bullpen, and I think the Yankees could get to their starters a little bit. I'm going to pick the Yankees to end their drought. I think they're going to do it in 6 games. And the price for that on FanDuel. So the Dodgers for the series are minus 122, which is very low. And that's telling you all you need to know. The Yankees are only plus 104. Series correct score, New York Yankees 4-2 is 6-1. The favorite outcome is Dodgers in 6 at plus 420. Then Dodgers in 7 at plus 470. Yankees in 7 at 5-1 is third. And in fourth is Dodgers in 5, Yankees in 6, and Yankees in 5 at 6-1. So Yankees in 5 and Dodgers in 5 are the same price. Explain that one. And then Dodgers sweep is 12-1, Yankees sweep is 13-1. Yankees in 6 is my favorite price on the board at 6-1. And World Series MVP. I think he's finally going to do it and have his moment. And I'm trying to find the odds for World Series MVP. I don't know why it's not up there. But I'm picking Aaron Judge. He's due. He's the best player on the team. He's living for this moment. And if he has a big series there and the Yankees win, it's going to cement his legacy as one of the great New York sports players ever. For some reason, World Series. Here it is. He's 5-1. I like it. Juan Soto's plus 550. Stanton's plus 950. Ohtani's the ridiculous plus 230 favorite. But if the Dodgers won, I honestly would bet Mookie Betts at plus 750 because he has the history against the Yankees. That's the Dodger for World Series MVP I'd pick. But Aaron Judge would be my pick for World Series MVP at 5-1. Any long shots I like? I actually think that Anthony Volpe at 100-1 is pretty good. And if the Dodger long shot, even Yamamoto 60's not bad. Garrett Cole 33-1. But yeah, my favorite long shot though in the triple digits is Anthony Volpe at 100. I like Cole at 33. Yamamoto's good at 60. And my favorite short favorites are Judge at 5-1 and Mookie Betts at plus 750. If Stanton was in double digits, I would have been interested. But no, so Yankees in 6, that is 6-1. And Aaron Judge World Series MVP, that is 5-1. So Madison's going with the Homer Girl picks. All right, now we'll move on to golf. We will go over the current leaderboard for the Yo-Yo Championship that's being played out in Japan. Your leader right now, the score of 7 under, is Taylor Moore. Tied for second with 6 under, Max Grieserman, Eric Cole, Nicholas Echeverria. Tied for 5th with 5 under, C.T. Pond and Kevin Yu. Tied for 7th with 4 under, Hyungu Lee, Justin Thomas, B.U. Hostler, Takumi Kananya, Ryosuke Kinoshita, Taisei Shimizu, Jonathan Vegas, Zach Blair, and Shugo Imahira. Tied for 16th with 3 under, Chad Rainey, Adam Putnam, Mark Hubbard, Rico Hoey, S.H. Kim, Scott Stevens. Tied for 22nd with 2 under, Lucas Hodges, Nate Taylor, Saiwoo Kim, Gary Woodland, Matt Kuchar, Patrick Rogers, Ryo Ishikawa, Naikui Karaoka, J.J. Spawn, Patrick Rogers, Ricky Fowler, Andrew Novak, Kerry Hall, and Yuta Sugiura. Tied for 35th with 1 under, Mac Meisner, Victor Perez, Luke List, Ryo Hisatune, Ben Silverman, Kensei Hirata, Minwoo Lee, Carson Young, Colin Morikawa, Yuto Katsuragawa, Seamus Power, Adam Shank, Kurt Katayama, Nate Lashley. Tied for 8th and even with Sun J.M., Charlie Hoffman, Chandler Phillips, and Sean Kim. Tied for 53rd with 1 over, Joel Dahman, Hideki Matsuyama, Matt McNeely, Ben Griffin, Doug Gim, Taylor Hogue, Hiroshi Iwata, Ren Yonezawa, Will Zalatoris, Ben Close, Paul Fishburne. Tied for 64th with 2 over, Adam Svensson, Sammy Valmaki, Ryan Fox, Heath Thiglia, Chris Goddard. Tied for 70th with 3 over, Max Homa, Sonny Kodiara, Xander Schauffele. Tied for 73rd with 4 over, Justin Lauer, Davis Riley, and Takashi Osigo. Tied for 76 with 5 over, Brendan Todd, Kaito Onishi, and 78th with 6 over, David Skins. Alrighty. The news and notes for today. I'm going to try to be quick here. So, there's talk about Puka coming back tonight as well as Cooper Kupp, and it could very well be Cooper Kupp's last game as a Ram, which is very sad. Alvin Kamara is playing through a broken hand that he suffered in Week 5. That makes sense. Tua returns to practice. It looks like he might play. Deion Sanders rips the Colorado schedule as Colorado's late kickoff times messes with teams' routine. That's just lame freaking excuses. Come on, Deion. You know better than that. You're in. You were in the Pac-12 and we're having late start times in the Pac-12, so that's no freaking excuse. So Rodrigo to miss El Clasico as he sidelined for 2 to 3 weeks with a hamstring injury. Not great. Aaron Rodgers is dealing with knee, hamstring, and ankle injuries, but he'll probably play. DeJounte Murray has a fractured ham. He'll miss extended time. That's tough for the Pelicans, who blew out the Bulls in the opener even without Zion. Ex-Cowboys quarterback Ben DiNucci sheds light on life in the Star after a report on Access team gives fans. Giants owner John Mara said he's not making changes, as he said he's not moving on from Shane and Dayball. I gotta be honest. with this. And it might come off as an unpopular opinion. I actually don't mind him saying that. And I actually don't mind him giving them the green light and saying, like, hey, you guys are here to stay. John Mara, I think, is keeping them around because I think John Mara is the one that forced the Daniel Jones extension on their hands. And I think John Mara, that's what that tells me. And listen, I think Joe Shane is better than Dave Gettleman, obviously, but I don't think Joe Shane has been amazing. I mean, he came off as amazing because they made the playoffs in the first year and he had some good signings, but he did let go of Saquon Barkley for Devin freaking Singletary, who is a mediocre running back. But to be fair, that was Dave Gettleman's pick, not Joe Shane's draft pick. But if they had Saquon Barkley, they'd probably still be 2-5, unfortunately. Maybe they're 3-4. But yeah, that tells me that John Mara forced the Daniel Jones extension on them. And I think John Mara is saying, like, listen, it's my fault. I probably talked you guys into extending Daniel, and I'll let you guys draft a quarterback and rebuild this thing right. And listen, I think Mara's right to do that. It's an unpopular opinion. And plus, the only coach, I mean, Bill Belichick, I knew everybody is linking him to the Giants, but I gotta be honest with you. Kind of don't want Belichick as a Giants fan. Like, I think, and plus Bill Belichick probably wants to go to a contender, like go to Dallas or go to Philly. And plus, I feel like if he came to the Giants, it'd be like a Phil Jackson-Knicks situation. It'd be a disaster. So actually, and plus Mike Vrabel, everybody loves Vrabel. He was, listen, I don't, like, Tennessee made a mistake in getting rid of him, but Tennessee's just a dysfunctional freaking mess, as we see. And Vrabel is a really good coach, but is he that much better than Brian Daboll? Is he that much better than him? Let's be honest. I mean, maybe I'm higher on Daboll than most, but I think Vrabel's better, but how much better is he? So, yeah, I actually happy that John Mara came out and said that, and I think that that will calm things down. And plus, the Andrew Thomas injury is such, like I said, that's like a quarterback getting injured. That's how good Andrew Thomas is. Pro Football Hall of Fame finalists, among them, Eli Manning and Marshawn Lynch. Two really good players from that era. So, zero truth to the report that the Vikings are trying to land Matt Stafford. As that rumor is shut down. A big trade happened in the NFL yesterday. We talked about DeAndre Hopkins going to the Chiefs. I think that is a great trade for Kansas City, and I still think they're the team to beat. And the big trade, and a secretly big trade, Ernest Jones gets traded from the Titans to the Seahawks for Jerome Baker in the fourth. I like that deal for Seattle. They need help on defense, and Tennessee's just blowing that team up and getting all the assets they can. Many people around the league believe that the Panthers move Deontay Johnson and others at the trade deadline. We'll see who they move. The New York Mets are not eager to hire general managers. David Stearns will conduct full search, but will consider if intriguing candidate becomes available. Kawhi Leonard expected to miss weeks due to the knee injury. Ed Cooley shuts down talks of leaving Georgetown to replace Tony Bennett at Virginia. And plus, he just got there, too. Why would he leave? Cam Ward signs an Adidas deal as he agrees to NIL partnership amid Heisman hopeful campaign. Zion did not play against the Bulls due to an illness. The Rockets plan with Jalen Green as it might be designed to make him easy to trade. And the NBA is likely to investigate the Sixers with Joel Embiid's participation. So there you have it for the news and notes. Last but not least, my best bet of the day, brought to you by FanDuel. There's a couple that jumped out to me, but there's one that I like a lot, and that is the Dallas Mavericks minus the 8 at home against the Spurs. I hate to do this, but I just don't think the Spurs are that good. At least not yet. I think it's going to take some time, and I won't be shocked if this is like a similar result as we saw with the Knicks Celtics, except obviously the Knicks are better than the Spurs. So I'm going to lay the 8. I'm going to lay a 20th of a unit on the Mavericks minus 8 at home against the Spurs for my best bet of the day. So there you have it for the show. And I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything and look ahead to everything tomorrow and for the rest of the weekend coming up. I hope you guys have a great day, everyone.